It's Friday, and guess what color I have on today? The same color that last year on her birthday, Miss Farrell Starnes had on. And I want to say, it's almost time to celebrate this wonderful lady again. Does she look her age?
No,
Absolutely
she looks
not.
fabulous.
Oh my gosh, she is gorgeous.
She looks fabulous.
She is gorgeous. Now here's another pretty one. Oh, he is beautiful. He is our Congressman Tom Graves.
I thought you were talking about Bill Senior.
No, not Bill Senior. Tom Graves. He is such a sweetheart. And remember to vote. Register, vote, go to the polls, vote 2 or 3 times. Do whatever you can to send that boy back to Washington for us.
Vote. Exercise our right.
Well, you know, yesterday we celebrated Georgia Tech in honor of Brooke Riley, who is a Georgia Tech majorette and a Georgia Tech genius.
Is that not cool?
That is way too cool.
That is cool.
That is way too
Yes.
cool. And she
I love
is
her pictures.
So beautiful. Today we are celebrating Georgia. So I have on red and black. Angela has on red and white. And these gloves are here because I got to tell y'all the story. You know how you always,
Can y'all tell it's cold in here?
Yeah. I have 4 or 5 pair of gloves, but I can never find them. Now, as I've been going through my life, yuck, and going through all these boxes, yesterday I found these. Well, Debbie Dobbs bought me these to go to an SEC game that we went to down in Atlanta. And today happens to be her birthday. So happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday.
And this is, it's funny because I found these in a box yesterday. And I'd already decided today to wear red and black in honor of Georgia and all you dogs out there. And go dogs. Yay, go
and
dogs.
all you dogs out there.
Yeah.
We didn't mean that in a bad way,
No,
really.
we did not. Speaking of dogs, you and Bailey spend a lot of time together.
Yes, we do.
And she is spoiled.
She's rotten.
If there's a vet out there who'd like to fix Bailey for cheap because Angela's on a really tight budget, call us because we don't want Bailey to do the puppy gig.
No.
We were watching
No.
Beverly Hillbillies movie last night, and that's so funny when they pull back the tablecloth at the end and there sits that poodle who has just birthed these babies that already have their eyes open. Isn't that funny how that works in movies?
Yeah.
But I thought about Bailey and I thought, uh-oh, it's time to have Bailey done.
I love Bailey.
If you have an animal, spay and neuter your animals.
Yes.
Don't overpopulate.
No.
Everywhere you look, there are kittens. Somebody threw kittens in our trash can at our shop last year. Remember that? And we heard it crying down in it.
Yes, and that was pitiful.
Be a responsible pet owner.
Or do like me when you can't afford to have them fixed right at the moment. And she just went through her cycle this past month. I was on her like white on rice because I did not want any puppies, and her boyfriend was sniffing around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So whenever she was outside, I was right there beside her, and I did not let her get exposed. So we do not have any puppies coming along.
No. And that's something since I've been talking to this lady that we're going to interview about transporting unwanted animals.
Yeah.
There's so many unwanted animals.
So sad.
And you found, we used to go to the Humane Society, and Sucker, do you see Sucker on my face? It's there. We brought home a Pekingese, an English Bulldog, a sheepdog, what else did we
had
home?
7 in the house at one time.
Grant, the one that was so cute, and somebody stole him, but he had a chip in him. If you have the opportunity, have a chip put in your animal.
Mystic had a chip in her.
Yeah, yeah, have a chip put in your animal because if it's found, that does locate the dog for you. So that's a very smart thing.
And don't, you know, I just go adopt a pet.
Yeah.
Because the
There's so
adoptable
many.
ones are so much loving, and they appreciate you so much. They know you save them. I'm telling you, I've had adoptable pets, and they are the best. Go rescue a pet or 2.
Yeah. Or 2, no. Well, when we had 7, we also had 5 kids, and every kid had an animal, and that was the problem being, we had the French Poodle for you, Joey had the English Bulldog, JS had the sheepdog. I had the 2 Pekingese that turned into 3 Pekingese that turned into 4 because then Mom and Dad, and there you go, there's that story.
And one time we had 5 Pekingese.
Yeah, and then I got a Rottweiler, and she was lonesome, so I got another Rottweiler. So, you know, when everybody thinks that I'm tough because I don't have animals today, honey, I was a wuss. I had every kind of animal known to man in my house. I had 2 German Shepherds, Kenai and Denali.
We did not, that's the thing. We don't put our animals outside because they don't belong outside. They're part of the family, and they belong in the house with the family.
Yes.
So there was all of us kids, Mama, Daddy,
And the dogs.
And the dogs.
And the dogs.
We had 7 dogs in the house with us, and it was total chaos, and we loved it.
We loved it. We
We
loved
loved
the
it.
Colhanes of Cornfield County.
I had
Yes,
some
we
good
were.
teenage years because we had chaos and mayhem and dogs, and I love it. And my mommy taught me to be a dog lover.
She did.
Now, she won't let my dog come to the shop.
No, I don't. I just have.
And I
you know,
fuss.
yeah, she does.
You taught me to be a dog lover.
Yeah. Well, I also adopted 2 German Shepherds, and this is a weird story, but these German Shepherds belonged to a GBI agent who was looking for Eric Rudolph. Well, at that point, he couldn't care for his animals, and so we got to talking, and he said, "If you promise me you'll take care of them." And we feed them peanut butter out of a spoon. And I said, yeah, right. You know, I'm going to feed a German Shepherd peanut butter out of a spoon. No, mister, I'm not taking these dogs. Well, he convinced me that I could do this. So we bring these huge German Shepherds home. They're brothers, Kenai and Denali. And you know, I got this Alaska thing going on. So we're feeding them peanut butter out of spoons. Well, then my husband gets sick. And I have to transfer the dogs to my brother's house. And so I tell my sister-in-law, okay, this is how you have to feed them. And she looks at me because she is not a dog person at all. And she says, what? But she learned to love those animals so much. Well, Denali got sick and died of an ear infection. And Kenai basically grieved himself looking for Denali because he was gone. Well, he ran out in the road and got killed. And after those 2 dogs, this was during the time my husband was dying of cancer. It was like all of a sudden, my mom dies, my 2 dogs die, my husband dies, and I'm like, I am done. Sometimes you think, I can't take anymore. And at that point, I said, I will never get that attached to anything again, ever. So that's
But
why I'm
think
so
of
tough
the
about
love you're
animals.
missing.
Honey, I got more love going on. I don't need a dog.
I mean, it's like, you know,
I just don't have time.
I'm still so
You love her.
furious. I had this great dog for 6 years. I'm diagnosed with cancer last year. This dog never leaves my side. I'm extremely sick 4 days before Christmas, and I never let her just run out free to potty. Like I said, I'm always responsible. That morning, I was very sick. I let her out, and at 10:30 on a Sunday morning, somebody shot my dog.
Yeah.
And I still cry over that dog because for someone to be so mean 4 days before Christmas.
And yeah, that was the thing. She was your full-time companion.
She was.
And that's why I'm not being mean. I travel too much. I'm gone too much. I can't be responsible for anything besides myself. So, and yes, I love Bailey, but no, she's not coming to the shop. Anyway, but
Bailey is the coolest dog.
She is cool. She is cool. But we rescued animals from pet shelters. We didn't ever purchase animals or anything like that. Well, we did purchase one for Joey down on East Paces Ferry, come to think of it. But we usually rescued animals because there are so many good, loving animals.
Yes, they are.
Unlike Sugar, the first Pekingese we rescued, who bit everybody but me. The dog bit everybody but me. We know now why she was in the shelter. And she liked me. Gizmo, the Rottweiler, hated everybody but me, loved me. Sat at the foot of my desk every day of her life. Well, she actually bit somebody. Trevor, remember that? He came to get his paycheck one Friday and she bit him on the rear end. Well, he smelled like something she didn't like. He worked in the cinnamon brooms.
Dogs are smart.
He worked in the cinnamon brooms. As he left with his check, she nailed his rear end. That was funny, not funny, because he turned around with that look that he was going to kill my dog. But when I get dogs, I am obsessive compulsive about them. You know, when Buddy died, I laid in the yard for 2 weeks crying. You know, so I do get attached to him, and that's why I just can't anymore. And yes, Bailey's a nice dog, but
that's why
if you have an opportunity, adopt.
You know, made Mystic's grave so, like, oh my.
Yeah.
I've really done her up good because
she was a good dog.
She was just as much as a person to me.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and she was special. And you adopted her from the hood in Atlanta.
Yes, when she was 2 months old.
Yeah, yeah. So if you have an opportunity and you can save an animal, but once you save them, please spay and neuter those animals.
Or do like me if you can't afford it right at the moment and just watch them. Or
for any vets sitting out there who would like to volunteer to, what do you do to a girl, spay or neuter?
Spay.
Okay, yeah, if you'd like to volunteer. And I want to say a big thank you to Janie Whitfield, who, when she passed away, she
Yes.
set up a fund for animals in Pickens
She
County.
loved animals.
Yes, she set up a fund for animals in
Yes.
Pickens County to be cared for until they are adopted. So that was awesome of her. She didn't have children, so it made sense. It made a lot
Well,
of
you
sense.
know, and still my dream is if I ever win the lottery, which first of all, you got to buy a ticket, and I never buy a ticket because I can't afford it. But if I ever won the lottery, the whole time I had Mystic, our plan was to build Mystic's Haven and Rescue. And I was going to buy the green property, you know what I'm talking about,
Oh,
over there on, what is it,
Philadelphia
Philadelphia?
Road, yeah.
I was going to buy that whole property, no questions asked, write them a check. And then we're going to have a complete vet service for free for people.
Yeah.
We're going to have rescue. And even though she's gone,
If you win the lottery, will you loan me
Still.
a little bit of money before you do all this?
yes, of course.
Okay.
Still, you know, that would be my dream to, if I won money, I would put it into animal care and rescue and save animals. I would have as many dogs as my heart could hold. I
Well,
really would.
You know how we always think that when God does something to us, later we find out he did something for us. And it's weird, but the things that happen sometimes that look very, very negative, and lately I had seen through the past a lot of really negative things,
Yes.
but a lot of positive things have come from it. And it is funny because if you wait long enough, it'll come back around. And it usually comes back around in much greater good than it was bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe you'll win that lottery when you buy that one ticket.
I know, I got to buy a ticket.
And my mama had this thing. I'd go buy 5 tickets. And she'd say,
only
"Sugar,
takes one."
why do you buy 5? If God wants you to win the lottery, it's only one ticket." And I said, "Well, okay, you know, so maybe your day will come."
And I do. I want to put my money into rescuing animals.
And your day has come. You are battling and beating and doing great, except for that little arthritis thing you got going on. And I've had so many people call and tell me things for you to do,
Yes.
to take, to encourage your body to be stronger. So I'm getting me a list. I'm keeping up when people call.
And
'cause
my
they're
poor
like,
child, she's struggling too.
I know. And it is called what kind of arthritis?
Osteo.
Osteo. Okay.
Yes.
They said basically her skeleton looks like an old woman, which is kind of strange.
Yeah. When they do your x-rays and you're just turned 40 and they tell you look like a 60-year-old woman, it's not good.
No,
It's not good. I'm
But
20 years
can you do
advanced.
something to take care of?
No.
No. Okay.
It's hereditary from evidently my
Nanny
father's
Baker,
side.
yes,
And
yes.
my grandparents. And unfortunately, me and my child were both diagnosed this year. Yay, we won.
That's life. That's life. It's
Well,
okay.
but it's really, I feel the effects of it. I never understood arthritis, and you know, you think, okay, you get through cancer, and then what next? And now, and I really feel it. My joints, my hips, my knees, it just is very. You can't describe it until you have it.
And see, a lot of people had called and were concerned that you had problems from the cancer, and I said, no, it's a new problem.
It's a new problem.
So we wanted to explain to y'all that the reason she's walking like she's 90 is because of her bones, not because of the cancer.
Right.
Because so far, other than your blood count being 3,
Yeah.
anybody got any, does
Ding, ding,
anybody
ding.
have any RH negative blood they could send her way? Because her blood count is really, really low.
It's
So-
like, you know, doggone it. I keep winning. Ding, ding, ding. I want to play a new game.
Yeah, I can see that you would.
I don't
can see
want to
that
play
you
this
would.
one anymore.
Well, we have a gentleman with us today who won. He won 2nd place in Hiawassee at the fair. They have a talent contest there.
Yes, and he
Now,
is talented.
He is very talented. Could you show up and do that Cyndi Lauper song you used to run around the house singing?
Not
What was
anymore.
that song? What was that song?
There were several.
And what was that song, Girls Want to Have Fun?
Yes, girls just want to have fun.
Yeah.
But the one that I love to sing, that I used to sing to
And
you
I
in the
got
car,
so
and
tired of hearing
I
it.
torture you was, what was that song by her? Lord, I can hear it just as plain as day,
And I can't
pull
believe
the
you
title
can't
out.
remember it.
I'll think of it in a minute.
Anyway, it is one of those things, if you have a little bit of
I thought
talent-
I was very good, too.
Yeah, she did think she was good. Colby is good. And once again, the fairgrounds has this talent contest, and it offers an opening to anybody who wants to go. You just sign up, you get in line, you stand there, you're herded through like cattle.
Kind of like American Idol.
Exactly. Well, we have a gentleman who's going to be on this program on September, it's either the 28th or 29th. He was one out of 10,000. 46 people were chosen to participate. in the RFD program that is filmed out in Branson, Missouri. He will be with us, and it is funny because when you think 1 out of 10,000, there's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of people out there who think they have the talent until they step on stage and they don't. And
At
so,
one time, I was very good.
process of elimination.
Right?
Yes, yeah, you were really good. Well, anyway, Daniel Hobbs will
Our
be
nose
with
is
us.
growing.
Daniel Hobbs will be with us in late September. He will be coming back from a gig at RFD. He was one of 46 chosen out of 10,000 entries. That's a lot of entries to go through. Would you want to listen to 10,000 people who thought they could sing?
No.
No. But I can't wait for y'all to meet him. He's very gospel, but he's also very Merle Haggard. And he's from Texas, and I think you'll like him. He's a good guy. And
I like that guy you had yesterday. What was his name?
oh, Jimmy Allen. He's
Jimmy
awesome.
Allen.
He is awesome. Yeah, he was awesome.
And didn't y'all love it that her and Bill were yellow yesterday? Weren't they
Was
cute?
that not the weirdest thing? I changed
I
photos
flipped on
3
and I was
times.
like, they look so cute.
They look so
They look so
silly.
cute.
That was silly. Well, today we're going to give away a CD from another gentleman that is, number one, an awesome preacher, and what an awesome singer. Chris Rumfelt, we're going to give one of his CDs away. Is He Calling You? If you can tell me, where did I meet Colby Ledford? He's going to come and sing for y'all. He's going to do a couple of songs. And I bet a lot of y'all out there, because I will be back there on September 18th. There's my hint. But if you know, where did I meet Colby Ledford, then you will win a Chris Rumfeld CD. There you go. We're going to take a break, and we're going to go to our sponsors.
Let me just say where I
Yes.
went the other day, and I'm highly impressed, and y'all need to go. What is the name of that in the old bargain barn, the flea market?
Oh, yeah.
Sunlight Ministries
Exactly,
or something?
yes.
Okay, I went there. It's in the old bargain barn by the Quick Burger in Jasper, on your way to Tate. I went there last week. That is the most impressive little thrift store. Very impressive, very clean, very organized. They had some beautiful stuff there. Great donations.
Good.
So go there and check out that new
And
thrift
all
store.
the money raised there goes back into the community, just like our other thrift store.
And they
I mean,
donate
they're
free
giving
food.
back, giving back.
Is it the last Saturday of the month? Yes. So go and check that
There you
thrift
go.
store out.
And all y'all know where that old bargain barn is. There you
Yes.
go. Yeah, we have a winner. Is it Charlotte Chastain? Okay. All right, we're going to go now to our sponsors and to Rich Scott and Trading Time. Don't forget, as the weekend approaches, you can get in your car and you can run up and down the corridor where we serve from Turtletown to Ball Ground. You can buy your bargain only on Trading Time right here on ETC.
Every time I find a bargain, then I call and it's already gone.
It's
You
gone.
got to be
It's gone.
fast.
They're selling fast.
You
That's
gotta be
right.
fast.
That's right. Well, we are quickly going to go to our sponsors. We'll be back with Colby Ledford in just a minute. Angela, you going to introduce Colby?
Yes. This young man is so incredibly awesome. Can't read music, but can play, and I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. So y'all watch, enjoy, hit your, what is it, DVR?
DVR.
See, I don't have one, so I don't know.
DVR.
Hit your DVR. It's Colby Ledford.
Know that I'm unworthy to call upon your name. All my life I've been a sinner, and for that I am ashamed. But I heard that you would listen, so I'm giving you my plea. I'm too unworthy, Lord, to come to you. Could you please come down to me? I know that there are others who could offer more than I. I promise you I'd understand if for me you had no time. I think I've just hit bottom, and I'm looking up to see. I'm too unworthy, Lord, to come to you. Could you please come down to me? Guess I must be reaping from the seeds that I have sown. Lord, you owe me nothing. We haven't spoken for so long. If you could spare some mercy, I'll pledge my life to thee. I'm too unworthy, Lord, to come to you. Could you please come down to me? I know that there are others who could offer more than I promise you I'd understand if for me you had no time. I think I've just hit bottom, and I'm looking up to see. I'm too unworthy, Lord, to come to you. Could you please come down to me? I think I've just hit bottom, and I'm looking up to see. I'm too unworthy, Lord, to come to you. Could you please come down to me? Come down to me. Jesus said it is expedient for me to go away, but I'll send you another comforter to guide you from day to day. So they tarried at Jerusalem for power from on high. That same Spirit that they received within my heart abides. I can feel His Holy Spirit a-dwelling deep within. Well, sometimes it feels so gentle, and sometimes like a mighty rushing wind. But that same Spirit that raised Jesus up from death and the grave, it shall raise this old body up and take me home someday. put soldiers there to guard it. Oh, they thought they'd done away with our Lord, but on that third day, the stone was rolled away. Jesus came forth from the grave. That same Spirit that raised Jesus up will take me home someday. I can feel His Holy Spirit a-dwelling deep within. Well, sometimes it feels so gentle, and sometimes like a mighty rushing wind. That same Spirit that raised Jesus up from death and the grave, it shall raise this old body up and take me home someday. It shall raise this old body up and take me home someday.
Hiawassee, and we start taking reservations the first working day in January for the fairs and festivals and things. So it fills up really, really early.
How many times is it repeat business?
Oh, probably, I would say 50% of it's repeat business.
That is great.
Yeah.
That says
Yeah.
a lot for what you do.
Well, it does, but people come year after year bringing their families back. It's just tradition to come to the fair. I mean, they raise their children there and their grandchildren
Right.
year after year.
Now, there's something new this year, and we talked a little bit about it, and I'm not sure I understand the concept. Tell me about the cooking event.
Okay, it's called the Georgia Mountain Fair Recipe Contest, and we have two categories in this, and this is the first time event that we're doing. Ingles Supermarket there in Hiawassee is going to be sponsoring one of the recipe showcases, and it's going to be on Thursday, July the 22nd. And then the other one is sponsored by Susan DeVries State Farm Insurance, and this is the Heritage Day, where it's set, you have to be 70 or older to enter that. And that's gonna
Oh,
be,
darn.
But now the Ingles division, they're going to be having two different ones. They're going to have a youth division from ages 9 to 17, and then an adult division, 18 and older.
Okay.
So any recipe that's got a fruit product in it that has to be Laura Lynn or Harvest Farms Organic from the Ingles contest, but then the State Farm Insurance, it can be any kind of dessert or dish or whatever, just your family favorite recipes is what it is. And of course, we're going to be giving out awards and cash prizes. We got cash money that we're going to be giving out, and this will be held there on the fairgrounds, and the judging will take place right behind the trout booth up in the screened-in dining hall that we have there. So we want people to participate in this, and you can go online to our website and get the application and download it and get it into us, and we'd love to have people to participate.
Who came up with this idea?
Well,
First time event.
Well, Holly Tiger, one of our volunteers at the fairgrounds, she owns a business there in Hiawassee, and she has seen this at another fair, and actually I have too, and we felt like it would be a nice addition to the fair to do this as a new event and get the community involved, get people to come out. You bake your items at home, your dishes at home, and then you bring them to the fairgrounds to be judged.
Okay.
So it goes along with the theme of the fair and festivals and things like
See,
that.
I make a really good peach cobbler, and everybody who has my peach cobbler says, what's so different about these peaches? What is it? They're canned peaches.
Oh.
They're not even fresh peaches. Yeah. But now, explain again the organic part of this, because I don't quite understand it.
Ingles they have a product called Harvest Farms Organic, and the items that you cook for the Ingles contest, it has to either be Laura Lynn, which is their brand that they use.
So you could use Laura Lynn canned peaches?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Laura Lynn or the Harvest Farms Organic. That's another brand that they carry in their store. And I didn't realize that until we started doing this. But the Ingles contest will be on July the 22nd, and then the other one will be on July 28th. So we want everybody to participate, and you can go online and download the application. We got everything on there, and if you have any questions, you can call the Georgia Mountain Fair office. But that's something
Who's going to judge this food?
Well, we've got 3 judges right now. We've got a person that, Leonard McConnell, that's going to be judging the Heritage contest, and he's 86 years old and a great cook.
Now, 70-year-old women have got some tried and true recipes.
Oh, I know they do.
They've got some good recipes.
stuff, yeah.
And then the other 2 judges are some caterers that have done a lot of catering in the area, Brenda Swanson and Emily Phillips, so they're going to be the other 2 judges for the other contest. So we've got some good judges along with hoping, and I actually had a lady from South Carolina call yesterday wanting to enter this. She said that she came to the fair when she was a little girl, and she said she hasn't been back in years, and she said her daddy had seen this somewhere advertised, and he told her, he said, you need to check into this, because she does baking and cooking as a hobby. And she won some big title last year in competition. It's North Carolina Apple Champion or something. But she said that she went down to Georgia to get her nuts to enter this contest, and she wants to enter the contest. So she's going to do that and probably come both days, she said.
And what will they win?
Ingalls give us $500 to give out as cash prizes. State Farm gave us $250 in cash prizes, and we'll just give that out as cash prizes. And then State Farm Insurance also is going to be giving out little goodie bags. They've got like measuring cups and measuring spoons and all kinds of little neat things in goodie bags, so they're going to be passing those out to all the people that participate.
Will there be a blue ribbon?
Oh, yes.
See, that'd be so, yeah, you got to have the bragging rights.
We'll have the ribbons by all means. We will do that, but it'll be something fun and different at the fair, you know, this year.
Now, one thing about the fair that you really have been talking to me a lot about, there's going to be a great car show there. Can we talk about that car show?
Yes, the car show is going to be right after the fair. That's the second weekend in August the 12th, 13th, and 14th. And the promoter is out of Mississippi, and last year was the first time we had 947 cars registered.
Where did you put those cars?
We put them all down on the ball field, up through the Pioneer Village, the craft area, around the music hall.
900
in the parking lot.
Is a whole lot of cars.
And we had over 5,500 people that went through the gate. So he says it's going to grow by 40% this year, and he's expecting 2,000 cars this year.
Wow.
So
where do people come from?
They come from all over the Southeast, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. I mean, they come from everywhere. They just really follow these car shows. And he is a big promoter. He does this same type thing down in Panama City every year, and he helps with the rod run up in Pigeon Forge, and he promotes it all over the country. But he has this brochure that he's put out, and this is on our website too. It's called Georgia Mountain Moonshine Cruise In. And you can still register. It's not too late to register. And if you want this, I think it's online, or you can call the Georgia Mountain Fair office and we can send it to you. You can pre-register your car. It's $35, or you can register on site, either one. So it's going to be a big event. I really think that people will enjoy it.
And how many days is it?
It's 3 days. Last year he had 2 days. And the Ridges Resort there in Hiawassee is doing a big kickoff party on Thursday night for this event. So it's open to the public. There's going to be food, a band. All the cars will be parked along the lake down there at the Ridges Resort. And just go out for evening fun. They're going to give boat rides, just all kinds of things going on.
Okay, we've saved the best for last. The best deal anywhere in North Georgia is the actual fair with entertainment. Is it $10 a ticket?
It's $9. $9.
$9 a ticket. Yeah. Okay, y'all, it includes a concert by some great entertainers.
Right, we've got some really wonderful entertainment, and there's no extra charge for this entertainment either.
It just blows my mind.
You pay $9 to get into the fair and $2 to park, and under 10's free. But opening day, we've got Roy Clark coming, which will be a great show, and we have free carnival rides that day, so the children can come and ride the carnival rides free from 2 to 5. Then on Thursday, July the 22nd, we were supposed to have Joe Stampley, and that's on all of our brochures. We print like 125,000 of these, but he has retired, and that's going to be T. Graham Brown that will be there that day. And then on Friday, July the 23rd, is Brenda Lee, which will be a wonderful show. And these entertainers have 2 shows, too. Most of them are 2 shows. On Saturday, July the 24th, is our Georgia Mountain Fair Parade, and we have a Cloggers Convention that day, and we also have the Bellamy Brothers will be in concert. Then on Sunday is our gospel music with the McCameys and the Primitives and the Inspirations. July the 26th is going to be Ray Price, and this is our Miss Georgia Mountain Fair Beauty Pageant also that day. And July the 27th will be Gene Watson.
Yeah, yes, I'm interviewing
Didn't you say you were going to interview him?
Ma'am. Yes,
He does a great show, and he always packs the place. I mean, every year it's always so busy when he's there. And that will be free carnival rides again on that day. And then on Wednesday, July the 28th, is Customer Appreciation Day, and everybody can be admitted for $8 on Customer Appreciation Day. And we have Jim Ed Brown and Helen Cornelius there that day. And that's Youth Day, too. We'll have a youth variety show with all the youth entertainers. And then on Thursday, July the 29th is Bluegrass. We have Mountain Heart, Victory Trio, and Little Roy Lewis and Elizabeth, Lizzie Long, his sister. They'll be performing. And then on Friday, July the 30th is Billy Joe Royal.
Yay!
Down in the
Wait
Boondocks.
for that. I can't
Didn't
wait
you
for
tell
that.
me you were going to interview him?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know, I think he might be going to retire after this year. I
Well,
was like,
see, won't this be an amazing interview to get to
I know.
have? Yeah.
I was thinking that he may not even do our show in the beginning because he was kind of hesitant about signing the contract, but he decided to go out and tour one more year. So I think this probably will be his last year.
Well, when I called, I was also hoping to get to do B.J. Thomas because usually B.J. and Billy Joe kind of do the same circuit, but B.J. won't be there that day.
Right.
And so I get to do Billy Joe Royal, and I thought, you know, at this age, I don't know if you knew, if you've watched this, but I just did an interview with Wanda Jackson. She's 72 years old. I did an interview with her on Friday, and on Wednesday, she left to go to Australia. She had just come in from London. These people, and I don't know how Billy Joe Royal, how old is he? I'm not
Gosh,
sure.
he's probably close to 70, I would think, late 60s
Yeah,
anyway.
so I'm getting to interview some of the... Okay, we hope we've enticed you to go back to Hiawassee to the Georgia Mountain Fair. It will be back in town in October. Now, the young man sitting next to me, we had to show that little clip because when they said the word Helen Corneliuson, did that mean anything to you?
Yes, actually it did.
What happened that day with her at the fair?
Well, you want the long version or the short version?
I want the long version.
All right.
Because if you tell them a little bit, it's like when they heard I was having x-rays, oh, Lordy me, you got to tell the whole story.
You got to tell the whole story.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, all right.
You entered
I entered the youth talent, well, Connie entered me in the youth talent contest and said, you're going to do this. And I said, okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
So we had to be down there at 12 o'clock for the afternoon show. And Connie got lazy on me, and I had to play for every student she had going out on the stage.
Oh, wow.
Every student she had going on the stage, I had to play. So finally it came my turn. I did Go Rest High. Well, about 4 o'clock that evening, we come back from the fairgrounds and went back up there and looked, and I had made the callback list, and I was in a state of shock. So I'm thinking, oh, Lord, what am I going to sing? Had to do 2 songs. So when I went back on, first song I did was I Saw the Light. I did Go Rest High again for my second song, and about the time I hit the first chorus, I hear a woman's voice singing harmony. I look up, and there stands Miss Helen Cornelius, center stage, smiling, singing back up for me. I was on cloud 9.
I'd say you were.
And you were able to keep your train of thought and keep going? Or I'd just be like, oh my God.
Amazingly enough, I did.
Really? Wow.
Now, and you ended up finals, you were second place overall?
Second place overall.
Awesome.
Very
awesome.
good.
What do you win besides bragging rights?
Besides bragging rights, the other day I got a check in the mail from them.
Oh, did you? Cool. That is
Awesome.
great. That is great. So would you encourage kids to try this?
Yes, I would.
Okay, because I've had several lately call who want to be on the show. Some of them are a little bit nervous. Some of them, well, I can sing, but I don't want to be on TV. What does it take, Colby, to, you know, we picked you up seriously at church a year ago this week, actually.
Actually, yes.
So we're celebrating our Colby anniversary on September 18th. We will be back where we picked him up at Mineral Bluff at Salem number 2.
But you're not shy. You're very outgoing,
You
which
finally,
is
you
good.
have really come out of your shell. Yeah. So what's it like now? You've been on TV about 6 times with us. Does it make it easier to perform in public after you've done this, or is it harder?
Well, it's actually made it a lot easier. Because before I was just stick in the mud, and I was just one of these stiff people that didn't interact with the crowd when I was singing in public. And it's actually made it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because now I can actually interact with the crowd.
Because now they want your autograph because you're famous.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm almost famous.
Yeah, yeah. Now, how many people were you competing against?
I think 4 or 5.
Okay, all right. And when you did this, did they sing country, gospel? What was the competition like?
The majority of them sang country. There was only one other one that sang gospel.
Okay.
And he went on before me, and I'm thinking, whoa. And this guy plays by ear.
Was he good?
He was good. Of course, they said he'd only played the piano 6 months.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, the way he played, I'm thinking there's no way he can do that and just be playing 6 months.
Now, you play by ear. You don't read any music. And who encouraged you to do this?
Basically a mixture of people, because I had one of those little $6 keyboards from the dollar store when I was 6 years old. And I was sitting on the front porch one day, and I just started playing Amazing Grace.
You are kidding.
That is so unbelievable, and I am totally jealous of you. When you were playing over there, I just watched your hands, and I'm so
Yeah,
jealous.
we're going, how does he figure that out? How does he do that? Now, I know there's somebody you look up to, Lisa Fields. She is a lady who can sit down and tear up a keyboard.
Oh, yes.
Do you watch the style she plays?
Watch and listen.
Yeah, yeah. She is awesome. She is awesome. Now, where's Miss Connie today? We were hoping she'd come.
I don't know where
see
Miss
her.
Connie
Where's she at? We're
is.
going to spank her.
I'm going to call Miss Connie when I leave here
That's
today.
right. Do you see some of her students coming up and being really, really good?
Yes.
Is there
Oh.
one in particular? Miss Bailey Mundy?
Yes, Miss Bailey.
Yes, I think
Actually,
Miss
Miss Bailey and I are working on something to do at the fair.
Oh, good.
Supposed to be.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you this.
Now, in October, will they have another talent contest?
October the 8th.
Okay. So we encourage folks from what age do you start? And I know it goes to 21. I can't remember what Hilda said, if it was 6 to 21, I'm not sure.
I can't remember either, but I know Connie and I are working with a bunch now to take down, we're putting a little band together. We're putting a little band together to go down
Is
there.
Bailey going to sing Loretta or Patsy?
Don't know.
Okay.
But I'm
She does both of them very well.
I think that Bailey and I are going to sing I'll Fly Away.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
She's going to sing and I'm going to sing back up.
She is so cute. She is so cute. Now, on October the 8th, do you show up just like you did last time and it's process of elimination?
It's 7 o'clock in the evening. You find out the callbacks. The callbacks will actually go back Saturday to perform.
Okay. So we want to encourage kids from this area. I mean, you did it, and you came in second place. And a year ago, had you ever been on television a year ago?
No.
No. And the first day we said we want you in the studio, you went, what? Me? You want me in the studio?
What?
Huh?
What
Are
just
you kidding
happened?
me? Yeah, and all the way home you're like, Granny, does that woman want me on TV?
All I know is I was sitting there playing the piano after
At church.
Next thing I know, I'm sitting here on Monday morning.
That's the truth. That is exactly how it happened. Quite often, while I'm out in the community, I find some really good talent. And sometimes people freeze on me. Sometimes they panic, and even though they're really good, they won't come on television. They'll talk to you all day long, but they get nervous about it. And that's something I don't understand, because if you have that talent, why not share it, you know? Now, I told you I have some footage of a young man who stepped on stage at Hiawassee many years ago. A very tall, very thin Freddie Brackett sang at Hiawassee. He sang with the house band and didn't know them before this and was a little bit, he did his thing and they did theirs, but they didn't do such a great job backing him up. Did you see, did they have bands today backing up singers? Do they still do it the same way?
Yep.
Do
They still have the house band.
Is that nervous to go in with somebody you don't know and know you're going to be
It is
performing?
nervous. Like for me, I'm used to practicing with people. It is nervous for me to go in and sit down and play without ever practicing with them before.
Right.
Because they don't know how I play.
Right.
I don't know how they play.
And you don't do things quite like everybody else. We have to say you're a little different. You're a little bit upbeat, peppy, and you can take a song that's a dead drag and pop it up
I
there.
can
You
speed it
add
up
a
and
lot
make
of
it happen.
character to it. You
Yeah,
really do.
yeah.
You always add extras to it, and I love that about your playing.
I'd say the band would have a hard time staying with you.
Yeah.
I'd say they would go, what is he taking
Well,
off?
I will tell you, one of the ladies that I went to the fair with, when I went out on stage to play I'll Fly Away for two of the little girls that sang, she said the guy that was playing lead guitar was looking to the band pointing like, who is this on the piano? Apparently they were just amazed.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Now, once again, October the 8th, we want to encourage people to go back to Hiawassee to the fair. I'm not sure what happens. I don't even remember who the guests are going to be that day, but I'm going to be up there interviewing some of them, but I can't even remember. But I will tell you, and we commented about this, you know how in the back of the fairgrounds, the entertainers have their buses, and then they always let us park beside them. And we've thought about this a lot. If that motorhome had been fully engulfed in flames and we were next door to Billy Joe Royal and Earl Thomas Conley and Aaron Tippin's buses, we'd have had 4 things on fire instead of 1. So I've thought a lot about this lately and how blessed we were that when we had a fire, it was going down the street and it didn't harm anybody. So we were very lucky. But there are a lot of good talent that will be there again this fall, and we'll have to get an update on it from Miss Hilda. If you'd like to find out more information, you can go to their website. Now, we've got some information for you. Folks cannot wait until September 18th. And Colby, you'll have to watch this because you know a lot of the miners. Miners' Memories from Rock to Metal, a documentary, begins September 18th at 5 p.m. only on ETC3. Now, each episode replays on Sunday at 1:30, so you can come home from church, kick off your shoes. I got to tell this story, and you're going to love it. Y'all, I'm a shoeaholic, and I'm sorry I am. I need a group. I need a group. I have a problem.
Yes.
I have every color shoe known to man. And yesterday, Freddie Brackett picked up a pair of hot pink shoes out of all this stuff we're going through for the estate sale. And he said, these are the ugliest shoes I ever saw. I said, excuse me? And I thought, they are not. I have a pair just like them in black. So I get home last night, and I sit down in the recliner to watch Trading Time. And in front of my recliner, this is embarrassing. I can't believe I'm doing this. There are 5 pair of shoes. That's 4 days this week and Sunday, where I come in from work, I kick my shoes off, and I have this little pile in front of my recliner. Oh, Lord, that's pitiful. So I felt bad.
So it's just like my house, though.
I felt bad, and I took all the shoes but 1 pair and put them in the closet. Well, I get to the closet's full of shoes. And I said, why do women have these problems? But he hurt my feelings when he said those are the ugliest shoes he ever saw. They're really cute and they're hot pink.
I love shoes.
So for you ladies who wear a 9 or a 9.5, we're going to have a yard sale with a whole bunch of my shoes and a whole bunch of my clothes.
Don't sell the shoes.
I have to.
We're going to put Sherry in the
I have
SAA.
It's pitiful. It is pitiful. I really do collect too much stuff. And when he came out, those shoes were brand new, never been on my feet. And I would never admit this to him, but when I tried them on,
He's watching.
I thought, I don't like those shoes. But anyway, in a couple of weeks, if you wear a size 9 or 9.5, there's going to be a lot of y'all getting some shoes because I'm getting rid of some stuff. What a sickness. What a sickness. Well, we're going to talk to you a little bit about something that's happening here in Gilmer County. The North Georgia Medical Center Auxiliary is going to have a new to you purse sale. And we're leading up to a story we're about to do with Al Gainey, because this auxiliary is going to help women at the Safe Choice Pregnancy Center. Al's wife is very involved in Safe Choice Pregnancy, another center that she's involved in. But there's so many people out there who find themselves in a situation that they need help. And the North Georgia Medical Center Auxiliary has decided to help the ladies at Safe Choice Pregnancy Center here in Gilmer County. The sale will be October 16th at the First United Methodist Church. The proceeds will go to the center, and you can drop off pocketbooks. Now, if you have a pocketbook problem, I do. I'm serious, I do. I'm putting a Dooney & Burke in the sale down in Jasper. I bought that thing. I never carried it. Didn't like it when it got here. Don't know why I didn't send it back.
Don't put a Dooney in the sale.
Yes, I am. It is going to the Pickens Piedmont Mountainside
Don't
sale.
put a Dooney in.
No, she's like me. She don't need nothing else. So if you have pocketbooks here in Gilmer County, please get in touch with the ladies at the North Georgia Medical Center, and they will be having their sale Saturday, October 16th at the First United Methodist Church. I guarantee you, every woman sitting out there will find at least 2 purses that they don't carry, bought it, didn't like it, didn't use it, and they can donate it and help somebody.
Here's what she does, though, right? She's getting ready for this auction. So she's going through the stuff. Every now and then she'll find something. She's like, don't you want this, Angela? Well, of course I do, because she's passed the habit on to me, and I have passed it on to my child.
It's a bad habit.
But then yesterday, don't you want these little tables? They were creating Gilberries, and they were Mama's, and don't you want them? I'm like, no! I'm screaming no. And I said, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to kick the bucket first. All this stuff is coming from her to me, and my house is not going to need an auction. And I told her, I said, okay, you've given me all this stuff. I'm going to kick the bucket before you. So I'm leaving explicit instructions for Victoria to have her nanny help her have an auction, because she's loaded my house up now.
Well, y'all think about it. These are my mama's coffee tables that she had when I was 2 years old.
I know, but God, we can't keep everything.
You can't keep everything. everything, and that's why we've decided to have this auction. And truly, you can't keep everything, and these hot pink shoes will be there. Right now, we're going to go to my friend from Hall County, Al Gainey. Now, his wife, Ann, runs the pregnancy center over in Hall County. She also helped organize one here in Gilmer County. If you don't give back, you're really missing a treat, because anytime you can give back, and Al and Ann do that every single day of their lives, you can tune in to him at 5:50 a.m. and listen to a really, really good, really, really conservative gentleman deliver his opinion, talk to his audience. He has listeners from Chattanooga to Atlanta to Griffin. He's a very conservative man with a very positive attitude. Right now, we're going to go to the last of my interview with Al Gainey.
In existence today. And then Sydney's going to have children one day, and Sydney's children are going to have children, and there goes that line that would have never been there had it not been 30 years ago. The blessing of God that this child lived.
Absolutely. Well, both of you are such positive forces, and I hope people will tune in. Now, tell us the time that you're on the air.
All right, we're on from 10 o'clock to 12 noon every day, every weekday on WDUN News Talk 550.
And y'all know the only reason I agreed to interview him is because he doesn't conflict with me, because I'm on from 8:30 to 10 a.m. So you watch me on streaming video on ETC3, and then you tune in to Al Gainey at 5:50 a.m. Now, this is, you like to have folks call in, so let's encourage folks. If they have issues they want to talk about, what is the phone number to call you?
All right, there are a couple of numbers. If you're up in your area, you can call 800-552-9386. And if you're in the 770 listening area, 770-535-2911. And if you've got a cell phone, you can dial star 550 if it's an AT&T cell phone.
Awesome. Now,
Call
see,
us.
I didn't know that. And
Right.
over the road, I'm trying to dial you, and I'm losing reception.
Yeah.
And I said, I can't remember this number, and I'm dialing. If I'd have known star 550, how simple
You
is
could
that?
have been there. Or we can, you can pick us up. If you're sitting in front of your computer, you can pick us up.
That's what I wanted to ask you
streaming
next.
live.
Yeah.
You go to WDUN.com or AlGainey.com and you can stream us live. It says listen live. You click it, there you go. You're right on it. And it's Access TV. If you want to watch us on television, you go to AccessNorthGA.com. There's a little blue button there. You click that and there we are.
And this is brand new this week.
Started
Access
Monday.
TV.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you will manage this well. You will learn
Thank
not to throw things at the cameras. You will learn to just keep it cool, but keep it Al Gainey. Don't change what you've done from radio because you've converted to that little bit of television.
Right. No, I won't.
Don't lose your edge of being you. I think that's going to be the most important thing we can take away from this. We encourage people now, tune in to 5:50 a.m., 10 a.m. to 12 noon, Monday through Friday.
Correct.
And check out Al Gainey. Tell us some more programming that they might hear at Jacobs Media.
All right, you got Rush Limbaugh that follows me,
Okay.
and before my show, we have the local hour, which is regional meaning North Georgia, which includes you guys, and that's good local stuff with Katie Highsmith, and she does a great job on that show as well. So that's the morning. In the afternoons, we have fun. It's called Fun. It's called, I forgot what it's called, BJ and George Mason Dixon. Those two folks from 3 to 6 are on having fun. They literally have fun. They laugh, they talk, they take a lot of calls from listeners about whatever topic is on anybody's mind. But that's the fun part of the day.
Good for you. Great job. Right now, we're going to have to leave here and head out back to Hall County. We're going to go take some shots of some beautiful old homes and of the lake. We didn't even mention the fact that the lake is full pool. Way to go. Yay.
Amen.
We're going to take a short trip through Hall County, and then we're going to head back to LJ and to Gilmer County, and we want to invite you to come and be with us. There
Thanks
you go.
very much,
Thank you
Sharon.
very much. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Been about 22.
I love that man. He is the nicest guy, and his wife Ann is such a positive lady. They are adoptive parents.
Oh, wow.
They adopted 2 children, and they will tell you that is the best decision they ever made in their life. So, now you just told me that one of your aunts went down into the mine. She's the only woman to ever be a miner. Why would a woman want to do that job, Colby?
Because at that time, she did not have a job, and my great uncle worked at the mines. It was actually her brother-in-law, and he talked to him, and he actually got her the job at the mines.
Now, we ask you about the mines because your family, a lot of history with the mines. Are they looking forward to this special?
I think most of them are.
I think it's going to be amazing, and we will say it would not have happened without all the footage that Billy Wayne Chastain had. And what an awesome thing that he did this, and he filmed this, and he has all this, because they're putting it together, and it is something everybody's looking forward to.
How deep are the mines? How deep do you go down?
Lord, I don't even know.
Is it really far, like a mile, or?
I don't know. I know I'm so claustrophobic. I went to the Miners Museum, and just going through the little dark part that looks like the mine, I didn't handle that well.
Wow.
I'm claustrophobic, period, you know. But I can't wait. I think this is something that everybody's looking forward to, and it's a shame that it is, you know, you can't sit down and watch the whole thing because there's such a long story to tell.
How many shows is there?
It's going to be one every 2 weeks. It's, let's see, bi-weekly special that tells the story of the copper mining in the Basin area. And this is produced by Billy Wayne Chastain and directed by Jennifer Danner, who is our buddy here. And for more information, you can contact Jennifer at 706-455-0844 or Billy Wayne at 706-492-4969. You can also watch this streaming at www.northganow.com. Speaking of, if we could go to the computer, maybe look through some pictures that came in. My child is fishing in Lake Wilson today. He was interviewed, 2-hour interview with Lonnie and Nick yesterday. Now, y'all know, I mean, I talked Nicholas into being on Heart of the Home one time, and I had to beg, borrow, steal, threaten, do everything I could.
You will
and
do
he
this.
Did it, and he was so bashful, and he was so backward. And then when they told me yesterday, they said, Mom, we just did a 2-hour interview with one of our sponsors. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I have begged that boy for 6 years to be on TV. And they come and interview him for 2 hours, and Lonnie talked and explained what they do. One day, we want to share the whole story of why Lonnie Fountain is a fisherman. At 9 years old, his family took a drastic turn. He was left with his father and his twin brother, and they had to fend for themselves. And Lonnie never told me this story, but a school teacher did. And the school teacher noticed that these boys came in sometimes hungry, sometimes their clothes weren't clean. They really had a rough road to go. And they learned to fish to survive.
Right.
So today they are both world-class fishermen. Actually, Lonnie and Nick tied for the points championship this year for the Bass Pro Shop tournament. Now that's pretty awesome. But Lonnie's story started out as a very, very sad story.
Yep.
He has been in the roofing business 25 years. He has taken a hard hit with the economy doing what it's doing, but he never gives up. And he caught fish yesterday. He sent us pictures, and I hope they're on our computer. He caught a 20-pound, a 30-pound, a 50-pound, and then some 10-pounders. And then they
Some
get
little baby fish.
yeah, and then they get the one on that's like the record-breaking one that he caught last year. Record-breaking catfish. He holds it up, they weigh it, they check the stats, and they said, no, because the tournament's over, you might as well put that one back in the lake. They get a fish on that big again yesterday, and the fish broke the line.
Oh.
So, but today they're in a 3-day tournament, and we wish them great things to happen, because with this tournament, they win a trip to Spain.
Awesome.
To Spain. Now, I
Wow.
cannot imagine
I
Nick
can't
Martin.
see Lonnie in Spain.
I can't see Nick, Lonnie in Spain, but if they win, they get to go to Spain. And that will be very
To
interesting.
fish?
To fish, yeah.
I didn't know Spain was famous for fishing.
Well, evidently very famous, and one of the sponsors is putting on this
Catfish?
gig, so I don't know.
In Spain?
I don't know.
I thought catfish was a redneck thing.
But I hope we don't say that.
Hey, I'm redneck. I sport it proudly.
How do they cook the catfish in Spain?
I don't know.
Because you know they don't fry it like we do.
No, they don't deep fry
No.
fish puppies, I guarantee you that.
No.
But I thought that was interesting that this sponsor has one of the biggest prizes that they can
And would
win
it be
is
fresh or saltwater fish
I
over
don't know.
there?
in
I'm
the
intrigued by
Mediterranean.
this.
I don't know. I was
Help us,
shocked
somebody.
because they said we may get to go to Spain, and I'm thinking I can't even get you on local TV
I
and you're going
know.
to Spain.
Somebody Google that and call us.
Call us. But congratulations to both of them for being the points champion this year in Bass Pro Shops tournaments. That's awesome. A lot of money involved, a lot of bragging rights involved, and we are very pleased that they did this well. Last year they had a tough year. One year they won a boat, and on the way home had a bad car wreck in Eufaula, Alabama, and totaled the boat before they got on the insurance. So, you know, sometimes things happen. But congratulations to them. And right now we're going to go back to some footage from Hall County. We encourage you to take a day trip or take a 2-day, take a daycation, take a day trip, do something around the area we serve. And we want to show you the train over in Gainesville. This is such a pretty place to have pictures made. It is right in front of the Georgia Mountain Center, where quite often we go to singings that are sponsored by Hayne Tatum and T&T Promotions. So check out his information. He always has some great concerts going on. But right now we're going to show you the train over in Hall County and probably some of the lake. Now, see a flash from your past. You
Yes.
said you remember when Mother lived right next to that train.
Yeah, and I
as
remember
a little
looking out the
girl,
window.
yeah, as a little girl, you could walk out there and see that train. If your children love trains or are obsessed with trains, take them over there. It's a great place to take some pictures, and it's a great place to teach the kids about the old engines.
How long did she live there?
Not very long. That's when she came back from Hawaii. Not very long at all,
Okay.
because then she moved to Claremont. But
That's right.
But anyway, we're going to go to the community calendar. If you have events that you would like for us to discuss, Colby, tell me a little bit about the benefit that's happening for the lady up in your area.
Well, actually, that was last Saturday.
Oh, okay. How'd it go?
It went very well, actually.
Good. If you have things going on and different people who need help in the community, please let us know about it. We will put it on the community calendar. We're going to go to the community calendar, and then we'll come back and a little bit more music by Colby Ledford.
I stood in a lonely room of a mother old and gray. Her voice so weak she could hardly speak. I brushed a tear away. She was watching the little snowflakes falling on her window pane. She breathed a sigh and then replied, I'll be going to be with Jesus come spring. Before the roses bloom in my garden, I'll be gathering flowers in a better land. Before the fields turn green, before the robins sing, I'll be going to be with Jesus come spring. There's a big gate standing open a gentle voice calls me home. Soon I'll be in God's country with a garden of my own, with my troubles all behind me and my body free from pain. When the sun melts the snow and the warm winds blow, I'll be going to be with Jesus come spring. Now the roses have bloomed in her garden, and the warm winds blow across the fields of green. She's gone where angels sing. Earth's loss is heaven's gain, but we'll meet when God gathers flowers come spring. Yes, we'll meet when God gathers flowers come spring.
When I look back at what I thought was a living.
Welcome back. We've got a couple of birthdays, and then we're going to Colby Ledford and more music. This is a very special birthday. I think Colby has something to do with this. I would never call that man that, but he says that's his middle name. James Mush Davis, happy birthday. And all we can say is someone told us he was older than dirt. So, now, Angela, have you got a birthday?
I do. Your sister, Mr. Don Inslee, wishes you happy birthday, and his birthday is actually tomorrow on 9/11.
And remember tomorrow, stop and say a prayer for all the lives lost on 9/11.
Yes.
This is the 9th anniversary of that. And we have a very, very special birthday. One of our buddies, our friends who helped with your benefit, Mike Dinsmore. Happy birthday to Mike Dinsmore down in the shipping department at Royston LLC. There you go.
Happy birthday.
Right now, once again, let's take off and run to the piano for a little bit more Colby Ledford, a mini concert.
And he's going to do a song that he wrote just for me.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I get so broken, I feel that I am all alone, and when I feel that I am just about to fail, that's when the Lord, oh, he steps in right on time. You see, he works on his own time. Oh no, he doesn't work on ours. So we pray, Lord, not our will, but thine. So when you're just about to fail, child, that is when you shall prevail. Oh yes, the Lord, he'll Satan's army you shall defeat. He'll never leave you till the end. Oh, the victory you shall win. Oh, yes, the Lord, He'll step in right on time. You see, He works on His own time. Oh, no, He doesn't work on ours. So we pray, Lord, not our will, but thine. So when you're just about to fail, child, that is when you shall prevail. Oh, yes, the Lord, He'll step in right on time. So when you're just about to fail, child, that is when you shall prevail. Oh, yes, the Lord, He'll step in right on time. Right on time. Right on time. Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joy shall never end. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away in the morning. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away.
Moses, can't you hear God calling thee? Go down, Moses, set my people free. God spoke to Moses in a burning bush. The fire of God came down. God said, Moses, take off your shoes. You're standing on holy ground.
Go down, Moses.
Can't you hear God calling thee? Go down, Moses, set my people free. Pharaoh hardened up his heart as the plagues came one by one. Only the blood on the lintel will save came on quickly, like a thief in the night. But the Israelites were ready.
Okay, y'all, remember, every Friday we give away a cake, compliments of many bakeries in our area, and we have so many of them who help us every single week. We want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, Angela has got on gloves that say G for Georgia, and it's because her hands are freezing, so I'm going to let Colby draw.
It's because there is a direct breeze from the Arctic coming down
Reach
on
down,
me.
don't you look now.
She don't know she's in the presence of a Tennessee fan.
Uh-oh, I know it, I know it. I thought about that this morning.
Orange is not my color.
There you
though.
go. Ernest Gibbs, happy birthday to you.
Happy
Here's the winner.
birthday.
Happy birthday. He is up from the McKaysville Mineral Bluff area, and there you go, winner.
Yay.
Now, I'm going to ask some trivia because we have several DVDs we're going to give away, and I'm going to ask, I got to share this with y'all. This is what I went back into the motorhome for when it was on fire. Kind of
Crazy
silly,
nut.
wasn't it? Kind of
Yes.
silly. But with it are the logs of what we did last year. And business-wise, I had to have these. So I'm going to ask you a question. On 6/16/09, we went from Jasper to Blue Ridge to Town and Country Furniture. Why were we there? If you know the reason we were there, call us at 866-939-2329. I know why we were there, and what a beautiful facility, and thank you very much for hosting and doing what you did for us. Now, on the next month, we went to Bryson City, North Carolina. If you can tell me, why did we go to Bryson City, North Carolina?
To use the restroom, of course.
I don't think you're going to get it right, but there was a definite reason, and we cooked for a group of people there. And it wasn't the obvious one, and that's all I'm going to say, because we made a huge meatloaf, and they're still talking about those meatloaf sandwiches. Gail made a big old bowl of potato salad, a coconut cake, Fran made stuff. We had the best time, but we were in Bryson City. If you can tell me, what were we doing in Bryson City? The next one would be, and this is, y'all got to keep up with our travels. Mary Williamson knew that we had gone to do a live show at Town and Country. That was so much fun.
I can't believe how long ago that was.
It has been that long. It has.
Wow.
Now, here's another question. On 6/19/09, we were very busy that week. Boy, were we busy that week. We went from Jasper to Hickory Flat, and at Hickory Flat, we attended something, and that day, my life changed forever. They stepped on stage, and you've got to get the name of the group. They sang a song called I've Just Started Living. It completely turned my life around. I said, the negative has got to go, the positive is here, and life is going to be good. Life has been very, very good since then. It has been a little over a year. On 6/19, we were at a concert. And y'all, this sounds silly to everybody but me, but this is my life. This is 5,700 miles that we travel to visit with y'all and to spend time with you. And we met Colby at one of these events. You know, it really has, it's really helped me a lot. One of the last things we did, we went from Jasper to Ball Ground. If you can tell me what we were doing in Ball Ground on a Saturday morning. Actually, that day, you and Charlene were doing something somewhere else. So
Yep.
there you go. If
Sure
you can
were.
tell us, this day, it was May the 15th. Is that right? There was something going on in Jasper
remember.
for
Yeah.
you? It is. The Joy Masters in Hickory Flat.
17th, wasn't it?
I don't remember, but that
Okay.
day we were double dipping because we went to Ball Ground and did this event. Tell us, what is the event? And why were we there? And that day we gave away a lot of DVDs, and we heard from a lot of folks who said, thank you for the DVDs. But if you see, we will have another motorhome in the near future. It's going to have some logos on it because of the design on it. It won't have all the things we need to put on there.
Oh.
We're going to find a little hole to put the Barker brothers. We're going to find a way because we love
It's a
when we're
shame
out
you
there.
couldn't pull those off and save them from the
No,
old one.
I know it, but we couldn't.
Aw.
And to all the kids who were on a little bus and said, Miss Sherry's bus is burning, Miss Sherry's bus is burning, but her face didn't burn. No, it didn't, but it wasn't salvageable. But to everybody who was concerned about us, thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very
I'm
much.
just so thankful the fire was put out before it got to the
5
tanks.
minutes and 1 second, the fire department responded, and within no time they had it out.
It was scary.
It was very scary. And we are now, you know, you have a lot of thoughts. Once you've had a fire behind you, do you want a motorhome with an engine up front? Do you want one in the back? There's a lot to think about. A
Up
lot to
front.
think about. Well, we have a winner now. Everything is done. We have winners on every contest. Do we, Miss Hannah? Did everybody know these answers? They should. Okay, we had 2. Who was the second winner? Don Coker. And what did he know? The Joy Masters. That's right, at Hickory Flat. And that is where I think my life made a very positive turn. A very positive turn. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for
We
doing my
remind
song.
you, and we remind you, please be with us September 18th at Mineral Bluff, Salem number 2. We will be there, hopefully with the new motorhome. And we want, if you see us out, please stop and talk to us and share your stories. That's what it's all about. It's all about sharing the community from Turtletown, Tennessee to Ball Ground, Georgia. Please join with us every Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 10 a.m., 6 to 7:30 p.m., and 1 to 2:30. From North Georgia Now Today, I'm Sherry Martin.
I am Piper Elizabeth Taylor, and we don't like to say goodbye, so we'll say see you later.
You know, she didn't like the name I gave her. I can't believe that.
I picked a new one.
Unbelievable. Oh, till now my life has been so lonely and boring. Never thought I would find someone so elegant, intelligent, heaven sent. All my money spent, I put a big down payment